Good afternoon to all you beautiful people out there in the world. Yes, it's good afternoon for me. For you, it might be good evening. For you, in other parts of the world, it might be another day. Either way it go, the message is universal and it's still the same, beautiful people. How you beautiful people doing out there today? I hope you all and all you beautiful people out there in the world is doing with a kind word and with a smile on your beautiful faces. I wish all you beautiful people out there in the world, when I look at you beautiful people, even if I don't see you, I wish you beautiful people can see what I see. Know what I know about your beautiful selves. Understand what it is that I understand about your beautiful selves. Because that's all I see is beauty. Rare beauty and rare quality. We should never see anything other than that about or pertaining to ourselves or each other. We got to look out for each other, beautiful people. We got to protect one another. We got to do a better job of caring for one another. We got to do a better job of loving each other, and treating each other right, respectfully. That's most important, is when you can give a beautiful, special part of yourself away, to give someone, that extra need that they need, to feel real good and to feel better about themselves. That's what it's all about living in this life, and being a great you, a beautiful you, is feeling good about being that person, enjoying and appreciating the fact that you are that person, beautiful people, and that nothing can prevent you or should prevent you or you should allow to prevent you from being that beautiful person. Yes, we got to check on each other. We got to serve each other with kind words and smiles. We shouldn't say anything or do anything to condescend one another, because beautiful people may have something that other beautiful person don't. Those things should not be the defining factor, on to the or the deciding factor, to define who we are. We're more than material things. Material things can't make up the beauty that we are. We have something that's beautiful about ourselves, beautiful people, that just can't die. And it just won't leave here. And that's a beautiful eternal soul. You know, if we would just take the metaphoric whisk broom of our time, beautiful for people, like I've said in times past before, and sweep out all of that trash in between that prevents your beautiful eternal soul from connecting with that temporary flesh, oh, that would be a combustion of beauty, a combustion of love, and a combustion of sacrifice and of hope and giving ourselves away to one another, so that everybody, and distribute that love, those kind words and those smiles, that everyone would have what they need. Nobody would lack love. Nobody would be lacking in kind words, and no one would be lacking in smiles, and no one ever should. We've got to leave trails of examples of ourselves in a very beautiful way, beautiful people, for other beautiful people to come behind and pick up. Even those beautiful children we have in our lives, whether you have some or not, they're watching you, they're watching us, they're watching me, because they're looking for something beautiful or something in someone beautiful, that they can look up to, that they can measure up to, and that they can respect. We have to be the beautiful people, that give them that, give them those things. As I've often said, beautiful people in times past, when you walk out your front door, even when you walk in your door at the closing of the day, your thoughts, no matter what your encounters were, or your challenges and your contentions were, the remaining factor of your thoughts should be thoughts of beautiful things. Even if it was just only one beautiful thing that happened, beautiful people, throughout the course of your beautiful day. And is that someone just gave you a smile. They gave you a kind word. They fed you when you was hungry. They gave you some clothes, some clothes to go with what you already have. So what? Even if they were hand-me-downs, even if they were second-hand clothes, guess what? They still going to do the same thing. They're going to do one or two things. They're going to fit and they're going to keep you warm, or they're going to do both. And there's nothing wrong with neither one of those. Nothing wrong with being warm, and there's nothing wrong with having something that fits your beautiful you. You got to always be mindful, beautiful people, to give your lovely self a hug at the end of the day, at the closing of your day. And look in the mirror and tell yourself, when you give beautiful you a hug, and tell you made it throughout the course of the day, and your beautiful self is still here. That's something to be thankworthy of, beautiful people. That's something to be grateful for. And at the closing of your day, your thoughts should be, preparing like you prepare your clothes, and like you prepare, yourself taking a shower at night for the next day. Prepare yourself, to ask yourself that question. How many beautiful people am I going to speak to the next day? How many beautiful people am I going to give a kind word? And how many beautiful people am I going to give a smile? Just with the thought of, that's with that thought in mind, not to mention the action, if it would actually, and when it would actually take place. Think of all the people you would be encouraging. Think of all the lives that you would change. We should not use words to bully one another, to think as if we're bullying, somebody else, to think that we're better than they are because they look a certain way, and we look another way, or because they dress a certain way, and we might feel like we dress better than they do. That's an accident waiting to happen, beautiful people. You're going to reap what you sow. Beautiful people, we got to be careful about just doing those things, negative things, because if you're going to reap something, what you should want to reap, beautiful people, it should be positive things. It should be healthy things, beautiful people. It should be good things to reap. Karma comes back around, and you're going to reap what you sow. And you don't want to be reaping negative stuff because you did something negative or offensive to harm someone. You don't want that to be. You don't want to do that. If you're going to look down on a man or a woman or a child or whomever it may be. Look down on them or at them to pick them up. That's what we have to do. We got to pick each other up. You should see nothing less than a beautiful person. That is all you should see, as a beautiful person. Stop, looking at things and people, negative things in people, to have something negative to say or to talk about somebody. They're already down as it is. Why drive them down further to the ground than what they need to be? You don't know what that person have been through. You don't know what, that person has gone through in their lives to bring them, to the point or place them in the state that they're in with where they are. Let's be the medicine for what ails people. Let's be the medicine for what ails one another. Let's cure one another. That's what we have to do. We have to cure one another. If you see the person, and they look like they haven't eaten all day or for a day or two or what have you, remember, karma still comes around. You're going to reap what you sow. So why not sow something good? Sow something good into the life of that person. Buy them something to eat. They won't forget you. People are going to remember you. It's how they remember you, beautiful people. They're going to remember you for doing bad, or they're going to remember you for doing good. You should want somebody to remember you, beautiful people, for doing something good. That's the way of the world. That's the way of life, is doing good things. I go throughout the course of my day, as I have often said before. I go throughout the course of my day. I ask myself that question, before I walk out the front door, or even at the closing of my evening. What can I say or what can I do tomorrow, to make someone feel better about where they are with who they are? What can I do to encourage beautiful people? What can I do to put a smile on someone's face? I was at the store yesterday, and it surprised me. I speak to this guy all the time. I shake his hand and I give him a hug, and he's a homeless brother, and his hair is, all nappy tight and everything, but we have a good time laughing and talking with each other in passing. And it surprised me, because when I was going in the store, we did our little common handshake, pound, or hug, or whatever the case might be, you know. And before I can even promote my channel to someone, Frank Anderson, Kind Words and a Smile, he said it for me. You never know who's listening. People are always listening and paying attention to what you're saying and what you're doing. And the wonderful thing about it is, beautiful people, I was saying and doing something good and some good things. And he remembered. And before I can even say it, it's if were watching me so closely in detail, when I was getting ready to make the gesture, he said, support this brother, Frank Anderson, Kind Words and a Smile. Yeah, he's a good brother. He's always speaking to me, and he's always saying and doing nice things, And that just warmed my soul, It highlighted all the details of my beauty on my face that made me feel so good. I wanted to go and love and encourage another 100 or 200 people, just on the basis and on the strength of what he did. Really made me feel good. So that's why it's important, beautiful people. That's why it's so important to be remembered, for doing something good or living a good life, or living a respectable life, a life to be admired and to be appreciated by others, because people are always watching. So if this man is watching, children are watching and listening to the things that we're saying and watching the things that we're doing, because, like I said, they're looking for somebody to look up to. Their little fresh, beautiful, tender minds are like paper towels on a wet counter. They're always looking for something to absorb, that they can take in, because their little tender minds and their brains are still developing and they're empty. They're empty and void of knowledge and understanding. You know how children are, beautiful people. They'll ask 100 questions in one day just to get those 5 or 10 answers that they can relate to. And you don't always have the answers to give. The mothers and fathers, would struggle with that information and those questions that those beautiful children are always asking, so that they can get those answers. And they're always scrambling for information to give to them so that they, so that they can receive, the knowledge that they need. We have to follow those examples of those beautiful little children. We have to be the same way, beautiful people. We have to learn from each other. Not learn, to abuse each other, because we've been abused, in some way or another, offended in some way or another. If that be the case, beautiful people, it's time to, pull out the whisk broom of your time, and to face those fears and those challenges. Don't allow yourself to be consumed by fear. Allow yourself to be consumed by love, kind words, and smiles. And if you need to go back to where those issues occur, go back to them and face them head up, and address the situations, and face, the individuals, and do it in a respectable way, about as good as you can, so that you can overcome how you're feeling. It's always good, to be apologetic, and it's always good to ask for forgiveness if you have or have not done or offended someone or done anyone wrong. It's the medicine for what ails us. We all have to live in this big house together, beautiful people, called Earth. And we're going to have to find a way to live in this big house, big, beautiful house called Earth together, respectfully, and with kind words and with smiles. We're going to have to, we have to learn how to be more than a conqueror, to overcome, our challenges and overcome the things that affect us and that things that we don't feel good about. I know you're not going to feel good every day, or every minute or every hour, but, that's why I'm here. And that's why I was created to do what it is that I do. That's why I was created to encourage people. I was created to put smiles on beautiful people's faces, because that's all I see as beautiful people. I don't care to see anything else. I don't need to see anything else. I don't want to see anything else. It's not in my. I will tell you the truth. If the truth, because the truth is what will make you free. The truth will set you free. I'll tell you the truth. But what I'm not going to do, is, judge you or judge anybody in a negative sense, where it's not helping them. Telling the person the truth will help them, and they'll come. And I've had it happen numerous of times where I've told someone the truth, about the way things are, because sometimes people will tell you something and they know it's not true, but they expect you to accept it anyway, and that's not me. To accept something that I know is not right, that I know is not truthful, that I know is not going to be a benefit to me in terms of keeping you beautiful people smiling or keeping a beautiful smile on my beautiful face. I can't do it. I can't go home and sleep good at night, beautiful people like that. I need for us to be strong together. Let's be one big happy family. That's what we got to do, beautiful people. We got to bring our community back together in one place. Before there was fear, there was faith, okay? There was faith, there was family, there was unity, there was handshaking, there was hugging, there was kissing. There was all these beautiful things that was going on amongst family members and friends because you love each other. Now with all of this fear, we've got to move past that. We got to remember that we have to still love each other and we have to still treat each other right. We still got to live in this one big house called Earth, beautiful people. We still got to do it, you see. And I'm not running from neither one of you all, okay? Be it known this day, because all I see is beauty. And with all that beauty I see that's in all you beautiful people, how can I enjoy that beauty if I'm hiding from that beauty or running from that beauty? No, I want to be close to that beauty. I want to be close enough so I can see you beautiful people smiling. And I can see you beautiful people feeling good about yourself. And so I can see if you're not feeling good about yourself. If any of you all have paid attention and noticed when I'm out and about in public, I have my cards and I have my flyers with my daily quotes on there. Daily quotes that some of you all read on my channels, but with daily quotes that are going to appear on my shirts on my YouTube channel. See, look at my channel on my shirt. You see, daily quotes that's going to appear on my channel on my shirts, such as if you're having a challenging day, a smile will brighten the way. So put a smile on your face and it will leave a positive trace. Things of that, quotes like that. I have a lot of beautiful quotes that are going to be on my shirts on my YouTube channel or in public if events are going on. I'm gonna put me a table out there and I'm going to lay all of my shirts out there with all those beautiful quotes on there for all you beautiful people to choose from. Because I want all you beautiful people, I want all you all always smiling and feeling good about yourselves. I want you beautiful people to overcome these obstacles, whatever obstacles they may, if be any at all. I want you to overcome, beautiful people, what's ailing you. If there is anything ailing you, I want you to get rid of the albatrosses. I want you to overcome these albatrosses. I don't want you to allow these albatrosses to linger in your life. I want you beautiful people to feel good and feel safe and feel protected and feel comfortable about walking out your front door. I don't want you beautiful people to become, so bound, and so introverted and concluded, to go, introverted into yourself. I don't want you people to go, to lose yourself in such a way, that you lose sight on who you are, and you no longer want to come out outside, and you don't want to come out into the public, and breathe the free air, and soak up some atmosphere of kind words and smiles, become so bound, and locked up in yourselves and in your house, because of fear. Fear, you become riddled with fear, and it takes a hold on you in such a way, that you can't function normally in life, beautiful people. No, I don't want that to happen to you. And if you're going through such a thing, I want you to overcome it and let it go. Find somebody, beautiful people, that you could talk to, that'll listen to what it is you have to say. You know, there are people out there who care, care about how you think. There are people out there who care about how you feel. Chances are they're looking for you, trying to find you. Chances are they've been knocking on your door and you're not answering. You won't open up the door and you won't allow them to be there for you, to be that support system that you need. We all need a support system from time to time, and in one way or another. We all need a support system, beautiful people. Allow these beautiful people to come into your lives and be the hope that you need so you can cope. Yeah, don't lose that interaction with yourself. Remember, you're beautiful. You were created beautiful. You were born beautiful. Even unto this day, you are beautiful. And you're going to have to accept the fact that you are beautiful, beautiful people. Because if you're expecting anything else coming from me, you know what? You're going to be waiting for a lifetime or whatever time you have left on this earth for anything else other than love, kind words, and smiles, and me letting you know and reminding you on a constant and consistent basis that you are beautiful. Because yes, you are beautiful. You are beautiful to me, and you're going to always be beautiful to me. So don't expect to hear anything else. Let's get to know each other all over again, beautiful people. Some of us haven't even talked to those family members and those friends for only God knows how long it's been. Forgive one another. Rekindle that relationship. Go look for them and go find them. Invite them in. Bring them home. If they need a bath, give them a bath. If they need some fresh clothes, freshen them up. And give them a kind word and a smile. And sit down at the table, and begin to, procreate, and establish and define new memories, so that, they will reconnect with the old ones, and even not being them old, they just been lying dormant, okay? You all haven't talked about them in a long time. Forgot what each other look like, what each other feel like in each other's presence. Remind yourselves of what each other feel like in each other's presence. It's a beautiful thing, when you can continue to evolve in life and continue to grow and mature with kind words and smiles to be a better person in life. Oh, don't fool yourself, people. Beautiful people, everybody needs a kind word and need a smile. You beautiful people make me better. When I see you all with those beautiful smiles on your face, it gives me, the courage and the hope that I need, to run the next million miles of the way, to be more of who I am, that beautiful person that I am, the beautiful person that was created with this beautiful smile on my face and this beautiful eternal soul that I exist in. Beautiful people, I was created to do what it is that I do. And if we all beautiful people would do all those beautiful things that would derive from our beautiful souls that we were created to do in a good way, in a positive way, to implement that beauty into the world and in today's societies and in our communities at large. If we implemented those beautiful things and get past the foolishness, of who you look better than, how much more you have better than the next person, and I did this myself. One beautiful thing, beautiful people, that we all should do ourselves is just that. Is to love each other respectfully and always have a kind word to say to one another in spite of, how we look at each other, or somebody might look at you or react to you, or they might not even smile when you smile back at them. That's okay. Keep smiling anyway. You never know what they might be going through or have gone through. And it might take a little while, to unpeel some of those layers, of frustration and bitterness that they're going through. that, has placed them in that position, unfortunately, to put up those walls, you know, and to distance themselves from people, because they've been through a lot, and if you speak to them, and if they cuss you out, or even if they say something negative that you don't like, don't take it personally. Don't let it get you down. Don't allow it. Don't go do tit for tat. You know, don't do unto them in a negative sense as a result of what they did to you, and you had to be exposed to it. But do unto others in a good way, in a beautiful way, that you would like and that you would want others to do too, and to do for you. Do it. Do it. You'll find that, and I've done it. I've been through it. I mean, for years. There's been some years that there have been some people, that I have been compassed by in my lifetime and throughout the years, that they just did not have anything, good to say every time I said something nice to them or something positive to them. But after a period of time when when I wasn't thinking about it and I wasn't expecting it, or I just, was being my usual self by saying something nice, kind, and positive to that person, not expecting that person, to say anything good back or anything bad back, just being myself. And those people surprised me one day, they actually, after so many months and so many years, they actually responded back and said something nice, and smiled, and that convinced me. That showed me that I was right where I was with where I needed to be. And that, empowered me to know, that became my prowess to know that, and I learned through those experiences that I just, not have to look for anything back. I just had to continue to keep being me, being what I love and what I enjoy doing. And that's encouraging people and empowering people to feel good and to feel better about themselves. I realized that I had to keep doing that, and there was some people out there, who ultimately never, responded back, as far as I know, in a good way. I didn't allow that to, cause me to deviate from who I was or who I am. It just made me realize, unfortunately, beautiful people, that the wounds of time was deep-seated in the life of those people or that person, and that's what we want to be. We still want to be the medicine. It's not like you're carrying that person. Some people do things and good deeds looking for something back. And when that time clock has ran out, or that time limit has phased out, they just come to the what's the use clause, and say, forget that. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not speaking to them anymore. I've been speaking to them, saying nice and kind things all these months and all these weeks and all these years, and all they got to do is just roll their eyes, and, just ignore me like I'm not nobody. That's not true. You are somebody, beautiful people. You are somebody. That's why it's so important. That's why it's so significant, beautiful people, that we spend time healing each other. We give each other the medicine of kind words and smiles to heal one another. Because if we don't, if we live the life of a bully, or function, as a hateful and angry and bitter person, to go around spreading wounds and go around spreading pain and going around spreading, hatred, and anything that's negative and that's not helpful or hopeful in the life of a person. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be spreading wounds and creating wounds all over the place in life. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be spreading wounds, everything we do, and in everywhere we go, we're going to be spreading them. And we can't do that. We've got to heal people, and we've got to be that example of healing people. And we've got to allow our beautiful children, beautiful people, to see us doing these things, because they already see anyway. When you think they're not looking, they're looking, they see. And then they begin emulating and mimicking you, what they saw you do. And then you're going to ask that all-time question, where'd you get that from? Because you know that you did it, beautiful people. And now you're curious as to whether or not they were watching you. They were watching you, and they may or may not tell you that they watch you. But that's why you got to spend quality. That's why you got to spend family quality time with one another. You got to turn all those electronics off, beautiful people. When you get home, you got to turn those electronics off, turn that TV off, and sit down and laugh and smile with each other, talk to each other, inquire about each other's day, listen to what each other have to say. When you inquire about that day, listen to the things that they're saying to you, that they're speaking to you, so that you can hear what's going on or what has gone on or what's been going on in their lives or in each other's life, so you can better relate to, better understand, and know, how to address or suit those needs that need to be addressed or need to be suited. You'll better know how to do that if you listen to each other. Two people can't talk at the same time and get an understanding, beautiful people. So don't talk at the same time, beautiful people. Listen to one another. Give each other a turn to talk to one another or to speak to each other. And listen to the words that are coming out of their mouth. Listen to what they are saying. They will tell you what you need to hear. Or if you listen, you'll hear what it is that you want to hear. But you got to listen. You got to support each other. You got to be strong with each other. You got to be encouraging to one another. And that's the beauty and the strength of kind words and smiles. And that's the foundation and the sanctity, of your home when it's filled with love, kind words, and smiles, is that we're looking out for one another. We got to look out for each other. We got to be strong with one another, and we got to be strong for one another. We got to bring our community back together in one place. How are we going to do that, beautiful people? We're going to do that with kind words and smiles. We've got to remember to smile at each other. We got to remember when we wake up in the morning to give one another a smile, so that you would medicate them against the day, going out into the world in which they are going to face, not knowing what each other are going to face throughout the course of the day. But if you have nothing but beautiful things to say to one another, they'll revert back, to your ideology of thinking. They'll revert back and they'll recant those words. So when one another or each other's faced with that challenge, those words, beautiful people, they'll come alive, as they should. Those words, beautiful people, will come alive when you need them most. You may think that you don't need nobody, beautiful people. We all need somebody. Whoever, when you say you don't need nobody, yes you do. You need somebody, beautiful people. You were not created to be alone. You were not created and placed on this earth not to need somebody. Because if that was the case, with some people, maybe even a lot of people, their real true feelings of who they are wouldn't be lying dormant. Or wouldn't have gone, introverted as opposed to outroverted, to share with other people, to experience that beauty. That, and that's the way it has to be, and that's the way it should be. I was sitting, I was taking a stroll, and, I was just walking and I was thinking to myself, and all that could come to my mind, and that's because I love me some me, and I love beautiful me. That's why it's so easy for me to share beautiful me with beautiful you. I love me some beautiful me, and all I could think about when I was taking that stroll is beautiful things. Whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is honest, whatsoever is loving, whatsoever is kind. That all I could think about is beautiful things, because I'm a beautiful person. And all you beautiful people out there in the world, beautiful people, you're beautiful people. You have to exercise. You have to practice. You know, being beautiful you, or allowing beautiful you to come forth, or allowing that beautiful soul, that beautiful eternal soul that is in you, in which you exist. Allow it to open up. Just look in the mirror and start saying beautiful things. Look at yourself. Just start practicing in the mirror, saying beautiful things. Oh, I love you. You are so beautiful to me. Hello, beautiful you. It's good to see you again. Oh, I miss you, beautiful you. Where have you been? Please come back. Please come back. Come home. So your beautiful self, and so that I can learn to be your beautiful self, so that your beautiful self, leaving that wide, your soul, beautiful eternal soul wide open, will come back and commune with me. I need you. I miss you. You've been gone far too long. I need you to come back and affiliate yourself with me. I need you to come back and socialize yourself with me. Practice exercising that beauty. Practice allowing to give that beauty of your beautiful self a chance, an opportunity to roam free. Don't be a pessimistic. Be optimistic. Don't be Papa Smurf, we'll never make it, or it's always going to be this way. You know, I hate you, I can't stand you because of what you've done to yourself and all these things that have befallen you. That's not who you are. That may have been what has befallen you, or maybe has been what has been done to you. But that beautiful person, that beautiful people, that beautiful you is not who you are. That's not who you are. So don't accept that kind of talk. Don't accept that mindset. Don't live with that mentality. That's not who you are. Reject that. Reject that. Relinquish yourself from that. Separate yourself from that. Just walk around the house. Just walk around the house saying, I'm beautiful. Just repeat that every day. I'm beautiful. I love you. I'm thankful for you. Accept that. Receive that. Receive that. And then when you look at your family, after you become more and more comfortable with it, you look at your children, look at those beautiful people and tell them, say, you know what? You are so beautiful to me. I miss you. I love you. Come here and give me a hug. Practice these things. Reacquaint yourself with them. Get comfortable with it. It's a way of life. Don't ever let nobody make you think that loving yourself and loving other people is not a way of life. It's a way of life. People act out what has been done to them or what they have experienced. Children as well. They act out what has been done to them, what they have experienced, and they embrace as a result of those things. And as a result of that fact, they embrace those things because they don't know how to conquer them. They don't know how to overcome them. That's why it's so important, that we live our lives to give each other a smile. That's why it's so important that we live our lives to give each other kind words. That's why it's so important that we not live our lives to bully one another or to bully other people. That's something that we shouldn't do, because you see something beautiful, people, and that beautiful person that you think is not in beautiful you. So sometimes, as a result of that fact, we'll bully that beautiful thing that we see in that person, because we think that it's not in us. It is in you. All you have to do is open up your beautiful soul and allow it to be free. Allow that beauty to roam free. And stop your ears, beautiful people. Stop up your ears and stop listening to what other people say that you may or may not look up to and respect, that they say to you in a negative way. Don't listen to don't accept those things that they say. Learn the power of the word yes and no. That I will receive that beautiful thing that's being said. I will not accept or receive that negative, condescending thing that has been said to me, because it's not applicable to me. It does not apply to me. That's not who I am, and I refuse to accept that. I reject that. Learn to speak up for yourselves, beautiful people. There's nothing wrong with speaking up for yourself. It's okay to speak up for yourself. It's okay to be good to yourself. It's okay to go out every now and then and treat yourself. Nothing wrong with treating yourself, but you don't need, it doesn't take, the treatment of going out, doing yourselves, doing things for yourselves, for those things to define your beauty and the beautiful person that you are. Those things don't define you. They can only be a complement to that beauty, but they don't define who you are. Your beautiful soul, that beautiful eternal soul is what defines, beautiful people, who you are. That beautiful eternal soul. Something that's beautiful about you that won't die. It can't die. Your beautiful soul cannot die. So allow that flesh, allow you to sweep out all that trash and get rid of all those walls of yesteryear's hurts, pains, abuses, and offenses. Sweep all that out. Let all those walls go so that your beautiful soul, the person you were meant to be from the beginning, the person that you may or may not have gotten a chance to know, that person is waiting on you. That person is waiting on you to come home. Yes, that person is. That person has been longing for your lovely self to come home for a long time. That's why it's every now and then we need to just strip down from all of this stuff and all these things, beautiful people, that we've accumulated for ourselves that we think define who we are. Every now and then we need to just strip down bare and reacquaint ourselves with ourselves. And that beautiful soul, that beautiful eternal soul, is the one to cause that to happen. It still resides in that beautiful soul of yours, waiting for you to sweep out all of that trash, all of yesteryear's trash, all of those walls that say I'm not, I can't do, it's impossible to do, you can't be a better you. Get rid of all that stuff. That beauty resides in that beautiful eternal soul of yours, beautiful people, waiting for you to connect with it. And once you connect with that beauty, can't nobody stop you. They can't lie to you no more. They can't deceive you no more. They can't manipulate you no more. You see, because now and then, once you arrive at that point, you know who you are. And it's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful place, and it's a beautiful people, to be in, to know and accept who your beautiful self is, and that you have arrived to the point of knowing that. Yeah, see, open up the door on that beautiful person. Open up the door to that beautiful person. Don't leave the door closed to that beautiful person. It's been closed far too long, okay? You are no longer 19, 25, 30, 40, and 50, and some of us still going through it at 60, 70, and 80. It's time to get rid of it. It's time to renew that relationship with beautiful you. It's time, to understand and know that that person exists. So then when you go to bed at night, once you arrive to that point, even if it's raining outside, the sun is still shining in your mind and in your soul, okay? It could, it could be 20 below zero outside, 2 below zero outside. If you're in the Bay Area like I am, okay, in the 20s and the teens. But guess what? That beautiful smile of yours, shining from that beautiful eternal soul of yours, it can cut through the thick of any chill, all right? And it'll keep you warm, all right? It certainly will. It'll keep you warm. Nothing wrong with staying warm, beautiful people. I love staying warm, and I love sharing my warm self with you, warm, beautiful people. Like I stated earlier, you just need to see what it is that I see in you, that you need to see in yourself. You just need to always know Remain steady always and know that you're beautiful. You know, you were created to be beautiful. And don't never ever allow nothing and no one to deprive you of that right to be beautiful. It's okay long as you're not being arrogant, you're not being self-righteous, you know, and you're not being haughty and lifted up. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm not talking about any of those things at all. I'm just talking about understanding and knowing that you are beautiful and that you were created to be beautiful. You know, and when you can walk out your front door with no fear, the courage that knows no fear, and that's not afraid of anything that's negative and condescending, you know, that has anything relative to or related to anything and everything that has done to you what has been done to you, or placed you in that past existing place that you was in. You see, now you come out to celebrate, and you're no longer in that place anymore. You see, because now you know what I know. You know that you are a beautiful person. You see, and I'm going to keep saying it till you get it if you haven't gotten it. I'm going to keep presenting it to you, okay? I'm going to keep presenting it to you every day or every other day or every other day after that day. But I'm going to keep presenting it to you. Like water you have to drink every day. Like food you have to eat every day. I'm going to continue to present it to you, okay? I will be that positive nerve, okay? The one that nobody else can't seem to find or won't get off of, okay? I'm going to sit on that beauty in a beautiful way, all right? So every time you feel that twitch, or every time that smile tries to come to your face and you keep trying to resist it, that's me. That's me nudging at you. That's me tugging at you, okay? Because I refuse to take no for an answer. There ain't no no in me, beautiful people. Not in that regard, it ain't, all right? But I understand the power of the word yes and the power of the word no. It's okay. It's a way of life. You know, it's normal. It's a part of which we live and how we exist. You know, and that's how we have to remind each other and to remind ourselves to be relatable, to be sociable, to be approachable, you know, and to be open and available for that to happen. You know, if somebody keeps looking at you and staring at you, you know, chances are they're looking at you and staring at you because they admire you, because you're beautiful. Look at you. Look how beautiful you are. You know, you got beautiful, soft, smooth skin, beautiful hair, beautiful smile deriving from that beautiful eternal soul of yours. Even if you don't have no hair at all, you might be bald like me. You're still beautiful, because that soul has not changed for not one moment, not one bit, okay? That beautiful soul of yours, it grew up with you, okay? You just have to come to know it like I do. That beautiful soul grew up with you, okay? That was your guide. It's been your guide. It's been a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your pathway. Stored up inside of that beautiful eternal soul of yours, beautiful people, has been stored up a wealth of who you are, who you, beautiful you, your beautiful self, and everything that's beautiful about you. It's like a storage, okay? You go get you a storage and you put all your things and all your stuff in the storage. It's like a storage. That's what it is. Your beautiful eternal soul is a storage, stored up with everything that's beautiful about you, like a treasure chest, waiting for you to reach into that chest. And every time you reach into that chest, you pull out a different jewel every time. A beautiful emerald jewel, a sapphire. You pull out a different beautiful jewel, sparkling beautiful jewel every time. That defines who your beautiful self is. Yes. Yeah. I'm not talking about something you're just going to go take and, you know, go cash it in so that, you know, you can stereotype, you know, the cravings of today's society to have more wealth or to have more money. Nothing wrong with that. In that regard, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You see, but in this particular instance, we're talking about beautiful you, how you shine, your loveliness, your tenderness. It has nothing to do with how you curved and all that kind of stuff, whether you're styled, fat, skinny, or what people call it, ugly, and all those things. Has nothing to do with none of that. Forget about all that. Don't look at those things. Don't look at those things at all. Those things don't define who you are. Society may want to project that to make you think that that's what defines who you are. That don't define who you are, beautiful people. No, it doesn't. It's that beautiful eternal soul of yours that is filled with everything that's beautiful about you, that you should be longing to experience, can't wait to experience, looking forward to experiencing. Beautiful people, all you got to do is pull out that whisk broom of time. Just pull out that whisk broom, beautiful people, and pull out that broom like you're sweeping the floor in your house. That's right. That duster, like you're dusting everything off, okay, to get rid of that dust so you won't be sneezing like it does me when it get too dusty. I have to start dusting. You see, get out that whisk broom, that sweeping broom, that house broom, and that duster, okay? And go inside yourself and dust away all of that stuff, all that congestion. Yeah, dust away all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff that keeps giving you a headache. You see, dust away all those things. You see, the headache is not being beautiful you like you're supposed to be beautiful you. That's what the headache is. That's what all the rashes and the breaking out is all about, and all that kind of stuff. Get rid of all of those things, all that pressure. Get rid of all that. Yeah, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Yeah, sweep it all out. Pull out the bag and dump all that trash in. Dump all the trash in that bag. Because like the garbage man. Garbage man come once a week, right? Because if the garbage can get too full, beautiful people, what it's going to do? It's going to run over, okay? That's what's going to happen. The garbage can is going to run over all on the ground, and you're going to have to pick up all that trash all over again. No going backwards, beautiful people. Just keep going forward. That's what I'm talking about, beautiful people. Yes, it's all about moving forward. Don't sweep all that trash out from between your beautiful flesh and your eternal soul, to have to accumulate that trash all over again, to have to sweep it out all over again. Close the door, beautiful people. After you have swept all of that trash out, who wants to work hard to repeat, the rhetorical process, okay? And it's redundant. Who want to have to keep doing the rhetorical process, to repeat that process over and over and over again? Respect this redundancy and receive it. Receive it for what it is. Right. Yeah. It's rhetorical, beautiful people. That's right. It's rhetorical. Let it go. Once you've done it, close the door behind your beautiful self, all right? And when you hear, beautiful people, when you hear trash that's trying to congest you and contaminate you knocking on the door, don't live here anymore. Don't answer. Don't live here anymore. Don't answer. That's right. Don't open up the door, beautiful people. Because guess what now? Behold, all things are passed away and all things have become new. All right? Now it's time to accept the renewness of who you are. That you've been renewed. That you are a new person. That's right. It's time to accept the fact, beautiful people. That's right. Once you come to that agreement, and once you arrive at that point, now is the acceptable time, all right? Now it's time to accept who you are. Not who they said you were, but who you are, the person now that you have arrived to, right? Now it's time to accept the beauty of who that person is, because you have to be vulnerable to be in a healthy relationship with you and that beautiful eternal soul of yours. Allow it to be wide open and free and not afraid, and not allow fear to consume you or to cause you to be afraid of accepting that beauty. Accept that beauty, beautiful people. Accept that beauty of being who your beautiful self are and is and now is and has become. You have arrived. Yes, you have arrived. And once you arrive at that point, enjoy you. Spend some time with beautiful you. That's right. Spend some time with your beautiful self. Get to know your beautiful self. That's right. Become acquainted with your beautiful self. Talk to yourself about these beautiful things. Long as you don't answer yourself. Don't answer yourself. But talk to yourself, beautiful people. Talk to yourself about beautiful you. Because now you're getting to know yourself all over again. You see? And now you're asking yourself questions about your beautiful self and things that are pertaining to your beautiful self. Things that you missed out on. You know, years of living that you missed out on, but you haven't really missed out on them because you have arrived. Just pick up from where you left off. Pick up from right from that point where you are now, or that point of arrival. Pick up, right from that arrival point. Pick up. Just pick up. Shake yourself off. Dust yourself off. Pick up. Just pick up. Start doing things different. Rearrange your house differently than that old person. That person that has passed away had it arranged. Rearrange your house. That's right, because now you're new in your thinking. You're new in your living. You're new in your believing. You're new in the beauty of your faith that you trust yourself. And now you can trust you with beautiful you. And now you can walk out that front door and go and take beautiful you and go share beautiful you with other people or with someone else. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful position to be in. To know and to feel confident about your beautiful self. That you can do that and that you're able to do that. You can walk out your front door and you can go share beautiful you with other beautiful people who may or may not be experiencing some of the same things or having some of the same symptoms that you had, that you was going through. And now you can lead by example. Now you can encourage those beautiful people. Now you can instill in those beautiful people some hope. Give them a reason for living. That's right. Now it's time to transcend. See? Because now you're no longer that same person that you was. And it's a beautiful feeling to feel beautiful. It's a wonderful feeling to know that it's okay to be beautiful you and not be afraid of the unknown, beautiful people, or what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next is you're going to love yourself and you're going to feel good about doing it, beautiful people. What's going to happen is you're going to look in the mirror and have kind words and smiles to share with your beautiful self, beautiful people. What's going to happen is when people see you out and about and in public, and they see that beautiful smile highlighted and all those lovely details on your beautiful face, because you are so beautiful of a beautiful you, they're going to now want to inquire as to how did you come about feeling the way that you do and always having that beautiful, lovely smile on your face. And you'll be able to talk to them, beautiful people, like I'm talking to you. You'll be able to share with them, beautiful people, like I'm sharing with you. You see, beautiful people, that's why it's important that we all be good to one another and we be strong together. We renew our relationships with one another as family members and friends. and that we bring our community back together, beautiful people, in one place. And how we going to do that, beautiful people? We're going to do it with kind words and smiles. If we have to do it one person at a time, if we have to start with one person at a time, if we have to do it with 10 people at a time, if we have to start with 100 people at a time, or if it works with 1,000 people at a time, or 1,000,000 people at a time, or 1,000,000,000 people at a time. Let's build our community and restore our world, beautiful people. And how we're going to do that? With kind words and with smiles. All right, beautiful people? I have enjoyed my time with you, beautiful people. And I always look forward to enjoying my time with you, beautiful people. You beautiful people remain beautiful still. And be good to yourselves, because I sure will. And have a smiling day.